So who here is from Memphis? Did y'all ever see those Fleming Fine Furniture commercials? Because that was me. Actually, I'm not from Memphis. So a lot of things were new to me. And who here is actually not from Memphis? Okay. Did your friends do this obnoxious thing whenever you complained about Memphis at all? They go, "Welcome to Memphis." Like that made it all better. Like you'd say, "Holy shit, I just got mugged. Welcome to Memphis." 3 people just ran that red light. Welcome to Memphis. Prince Mongo just ride by on a panda bear. Welcome to Memphis. It gets so fucking old. So I decided the next person that did it, I'd just stab them in the face. And when they said, "Oh," I'd say, "Welcome to Memphis." That was hack. All right. I'm actually from a small-ish town in northern Alabama. And I won't name it just in case you know people, because they'll all know me, and they'll tell my dad that I did blow jokes on stage. Especially because I'm going to do a joke about my dad later. But there is a church on like every corner in my hometown. I'm not even fucking kidding you. And I went to a private high school run by the Church of Christ, whose motto is, "If it's fun, it must be a sin somehow. We just haven't figured it out." And they accepted all kinds of kids. Whoever could pay, they would accept him. Catholic, Protestant, Methodist, whatever. No Jews, though, which was weird. And we wouldn't have fire drills, we'd have apocalypse drills. And if you know anything about the Church of Christ, they're the only ones, as far as they're concerned, that's going to heaven. Everyone else is going to burn. So we would be the only ones that would have to do these damn drills. I'd be eating my lunch and the trumpet would sound and I'd be like, "Go out in the hall and meet Jesus," and everybody else got to stay. So I always wanted to be Catholic when I grew up, so I wouldn't have to deal with that shit. So, yeah, I went to a small town, and small towns have dirty secrets, especially when you get into a pious town like my hometown. And they were constantly trying to put me in a box like the rest of them, constantly trying to get me to reform to be like the rest of them. And I'm a pretty open person. I'll hang out with anybody, gay, straight, any kind of color, as long as you can roll a damn blunt, because those things are fucking hard to do. But, so they didn't like that. So my dad was constantly trying to get me in a car with the preacher of our church. Like anytime I had to call him for a ride, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And then the preacher would show up. One time I get in the car, there's 2 missionaries in the back seat. It turned out I was their final exam. I made those bastards cry. But so one day I decided I was going to get my dad back. My dad called me, needed a ride home from the shop because his truck was in the shop. So I had my friend Carla pick my dad up. Now Carla entered the world named Carl. She was a pre-op transsexual and was a really groovy person. So I said, "Would you pick my dad up?" She's like, "Sure." So I'm waiting out front when my dad pulls up with Carla, and my dad's in the passenger seat, and I'm like, "Dad?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Do we understand each other?" My dad said, "Yes." And I said, "Good. Now wipe the lipstick off before Mom sees." But yeah, I'm so mean for my dad. How many women do we have out here? I can't see shit. Okay, if you don't own a vibrator, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because it's impossible to make a woman come. The fucking planets have to be in alignment. It's not fair, is it? We can be so close, like anything can distract us, we can be so close, like, "Oh God, okay, here come the tingles, here it comes. I wonder if beats are on, fuck!" And you're done. And guys don't get that, right? They're like, "No, just let me." And you're like, "No, it's done, just let's go to sleep." And I had a guy friend, or a boyfriend, that had the opposite problem. He would come too soon. So one day he told me that he'd found a way around it. When we were making love and he felt like it was almost close, he would imagine Robin Williams naked on a toilet eating a bucket of fried chicken. Wow. And that would kind of power him down, which worked for him, but I'm one of those emotional chicks that's like, "I wonder what he's thinking right now." And then I would picture it and I'd be like, "Oh God, fuck, now I'm doomed." But we were together so long, it kind of became a fetish. Colonel Sanders has a restraining order against me. Very sad about that. It's hard to be a chick, because our world is full of pitfalls that we don't just understand. Like think about the guys we're trying to date, right? There's so many things you can find out about a guy just by looking at them. And you guys have it made because there's so many things about a girl that you can find out just by looking at us. My tits are awesome. That's not going to be a surprise when I take my shirt off. But you guys, when you take your pants off, we're entering an unknown variable that we don't know anything about until it happens. Your dick. I mean, you ladies have probably had this happen to you. You put all the work into dating a guy and all that work in a relationship so you can sleep with him and not feel like a raging whore, and then he pulls his pants off and it's tiny and you're like, oh. Lose. Now you gotta come up with a weak excuse to break up with his ass. And some of you guys are thinking, oh, bitch. All of a sudden your past relationships make sense. So my friend Andy and I were hanging out. Andy, who was just up here a little bit ago. And he figured me out because I'm crazy, because I'm a chick. But my brand of crazy is that I'm obsessed with being a good hostess. And I'm the kind of person like, you come and have something really hot, are you cold? Can I get a blanket? You want some soup? I have some house shoes. Would you like a robe? Would you like to change in my pajamas? You know, anything. I'm obsessive that way. So Andy would check out my pantry and then casually ask for something he knew I didn't have. I'd be like, Andy, what can I get you? He'd be like, how about some cookies? And I'd be like, fuck, I don't have any cookies. I'm so sorry. Can I get you some crackers? I could popsicles? No, I just was really in the mood for cookies. And then like a week later, I'll be in the cookie aisle getting one of everything, and I won't know why. I just have to buy cookies. That asshole did that with Cool Ranch Doritos, Cornish game hens, and venison. Where the fuck can you buy venison in Memphis? I learned how to hunt. But so I got him back. I shit in this freezer. No, I'm not kidding. Because think of all the little Tupperware containers you have in the back of your freezer. You have no idea what's in them. So my plan is, years from now, he'll defrost this little box. I'm just like, I wonder what this is. I'll throw it out and, make a stew out of it. And then he'll open it up and be like, what the fuck? And I'll jump out and go, welcome to Memphis! Thank you guys.